And then, listen up right here. And then you have to have, how's it going to end? Is it going to end peacefully? Is he going to swim away into happiness? Are you in this for Ursula to walk away victorious? Right? So is that going to be the power play? Is that going to be like how she's using the power to
The anger.
yeah, like that's what like takes over. Okay, and so then the only thing is like, so I'm reading this and I'm seeing like the obvious story progression, right? Like, so the why is there because she wants revenge. The how is there, you know, she's diving in to get her revenge, you know, with 2 feet but tentacles, right? But what I really need is to make sure what comes through is the why, right? She wants revenge, but why now? So just make sure in that big scene where they're butting heads that it's obvious that like she screams out like, you know, I'm taking it from you because you something, you know, like maybe have a little piece of dialogue.
Like you have banners.
Right, that I always wanted to have, or that was stolen from me. Or,
Yeah, I like that.
okay. So you see how how you're telling the story, but the images are just like the vehicle that's pushing them forward. And then they realize that they're more similar than they think, and so you can either have a de-escalate the situation or have her be like, "You don't know anything about me," pop, and he squeezes them. Sorry, that was I just fogged up on that one. Okay, so get those at least 2 more slides in, and then we will see if you need to take it any further. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm Principal Officer.
Hi, I'm Miss Stavely. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Hello, how are you? Great. Hello, Stavely. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Particular building I'm just curious.
Basically, we just got storage.
It's definitely in the middle, and that's where the problem is. Because it's like, yeah, she wants to know that's where her power is coming from. Right now, you know, first drive her power, she's always been second to someone in her house.
It's not powerful.
The issue is like, what's your
Are you gonna make me run with your writing?
after he healed his eye?
Yeah, so they have some serious art skills there. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Miss Peterson, the English department chair. Nice to meet you.
Joe Rose. The pleasure's all on this side.
That's her face.
Yeah, you can say that we reached out.
Why is he jealous of what you do that way?
Sound like a whole
Because I use it for photos.
I use it for e-commerce. Until she filled it out.
Oh, I saw that picture earlier.
So it's like
After he was back, and then now
but now and you've been wrong.
Yeah, is he only good?
Now I feel like at this point, this is when you have I wouldn't.
They were like,
Too young. And
That and part, I was
Say like,
dialogue. I think this is that.
minimizing the whole eye thing. But you have to set it so like only goes black and white.
as you can see,
Is it progressing? Is it happening? Excellent. Yep. Okay. The motivation.
So what exactly is your style of set? I think this is the part where she tells me.
It's gonna make, oh my gosh, what is this red thing? Yeah, that's good. So, in your image, if I were to look at the image alone, will the power message come through? It doesn't have to because you have the poem as the caption almost, like to bring it out, but I'm just wondering, like, what's your motivation? Oh! Yeah, that's awesome.
He was only guy, she like, make it place better. He was in a very poor area.
Yes, absolutely. Let's
His dad died.
In the story, definitely.
She thought
I
she
would
was being
pair them
bullied.
together. Maybe I'll just print this out and put it on piece of cardstock so like if we were to hang it up on the wall, we can put the poems and everything right next to it. Like an art gallery. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
What, they were just fighting, and that's why you're getting
No, it's not. That's great. Stop. You're being too hard. Okay, so tell me, how does power motivate?
like childish.
Like the cartoon version. Okay, so. Right. And she's, okay, and so we're looking at it as the hero was motivated by power or the villain? Okay. And so if their power goes away, what can that villain do?
However,
Well, no, absolutely, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So like clearly, like when if you're thinking almost even like the Wicked Witch of the West, as she's melting, she's becoming like becoming powerless. She's as feeble as a child. So clearly, perfect. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if it's showing that once it goes away, like she's already down, then that clearly is the answer to power motivation. Yeah. And then just, are you gonna put the Perfect.
I just wrote, right now, he's talking to Brainiac right now.
So you switch back. Okay, so tell me, basically.
I'm very impressed with your type skills.
So far what we have is
No, but I'm more concerned with, so I'm gonna read your story, right? And I'm gonna walk away and say, how are motivated because?
What are you talking about? You have it all.
What's the answer to my question?
the answer should be
Well, I wish I would have had the chance. You know me.
visual, reality.
Then she can be like, well, I wish I had the chance to even get a second one.
So it's like, he's still like the main happiness.
So he breaks free from that.
Oh my god.
Oh, so look at gold.
Right. This kid. That makes sense. That does. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 10-minute mark. 10 minutes.
So right now we're doing a flash. So far what happens is that he's like, the brand telling he needs to heal and prepare himself for his flash. And Dylan's like, no, I gotta get the stone. Okay. But
Oh my gosh,
try and drink my water.
sure. Anyway, sure, I can do that. So once I finish this, how are motivated?
So we're gonna have to go.
I'm really interested.
Just so you know, I can tell he was probably like he wants to out.
I'm really
You
interested.
know what his save last time was? Let's look up that. Because he was just this is none of the games.
And the rest of his brothers.
So should that be?
And his mom and all his brothers.
Don't just throw lesson time. You gotta.
What's wrong? Because of missing work? Oh, of course it did, absolutely. Understandable. But this okay, so one thing at a time. So you just finished bio, check. Now where do we go next? Okay, so then algebra, check. Right, so one at a time. But you see what I'm saying? Like right now you're panicking. You have like this, oh my gosh, this and this, I have this and this, one at a time. There's like 3. You just did bio.
Like to explain it more,
Bio.
like you know how like
You're gonna talk about algebra next class. You said you turned history in. So see how like we can one at a time. Yeah, right. So like, just don't panic, because if you panic, nothing's gonna get done.
That's how much I can.
You know what I mean?
7 minutes.
So just like one line at a time. Right. But it's not over yet. Right? We have all next week. You have the weekend. So just make sure you walk out of school today knowing what needs to be done.
Have my mom have cinnamon. At least you have a toddler.
It's quarterly today?
No, but I have to take the quiz today because I'm going
Was there a study guide?
The study guide she did, they never helped.
Maybe, could you email and ask for help?
I mean, I asked her for help and she just wrote down what I had to do and told me to go through the things on my own.
Does someone have notes that was in class? That you could. Okay. Right. You need to write down everything, I think, like at the end of the note, just like a whole like summary of like what you actually need to know. So you just copy down that. Did we get there?
We're almost done.
Did we do it? Did we do
So I
it?
did that and I wrote like what I needed.
The family, the friends, all of it. Wait, you already did the quiz, did you? No, okay. So tired of the grade. That's really good. No, I was finished.
And then you need to know about what we do on the ground.
Is someone searching for a picture for that last one?
Yeah.
That you just did.
I don't know if you want your brutal ending.
What, the tentacles?
Symbiosis there,
Yeah.
right? There's like
This like starts
Ursula.
slowly
or something and then
But it's kind of random though.
No, like seeing red, like we've had everything.
yeah.
Because she's motivated by power, and when he says we're the same,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know.
like
And now I'm angry because now my power's restricted.
Oh yeah, you put it in this.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah,
Like, isn't that where you're coming from? I didn't want to put words in your mouth. Yes?
So like whenever you see person,
That's what I was feeling. Like she wants that power because it, like to her, that's all she has left to
so
hold on
like the
to.
one with the C, it like helps, like it helps one of them, but the other one doesn't really get affected.
I was gonna add a picture of the game, but like I can't find a picture of her looking at the game without your.
I know it's really hard to pronounce.
Let's not sacrifice what we have. And then
So
someone
like one of them is mostly like benefited, but the other one doesn't really get like affected. It's not like it's the affected about it or like a really good one. Like it's just kind of like it's neutral, you know.
Okay, folks, if you are finished and did something electronically, you can share it with my email address, which is up here. If you did artwork that needs to physically be turned in, you need to make sure you do so in the next 4 minutes. If you're finding that time is an issue and you're not going to be able to finish in the next 4 minutes, do not sacrifice your quality and content. Take it home and finish it for homework and bring it to class on Tuesday. Okay? It is a must for Tuesday. We are using these on Tuesday. Okay, so do not find yourself without this on Tuesday. Does someone want to share with me, how does power motivate, hero or villain? Be kind.
So for us, for our store, we have for training us to step into the DC universe. And what happens is that like Brainiac kind of like makes his vow to like take and tells him that like he needs to get everything he wants. But like that in the story, Thanos finds that how can cloud someone's vision from the real world is that
you need your components?
Excellent, yes. Is everyone's answer to this question going to be the same? No. No, right. So remember, you were showing me the answer through these projects, showing me how power motivates either hero or villain, right? Friend or enemy, foe. Okay, so remember, turn in if it's electronic, sharing with the email address. If it is a physical copy that you are ready to hand over, I will take it today. Third option, if you are not finished, it is Tuesday when you walk into class. It should be sitting on your desks. Yes? That noise is annoying. What's happening? Anyone have any questions for me? You have 2 minutes. Okay, ready for me? Ready for me? You shared? Excellent. That's what happens, people sharing it. The smarts. Thank you. Are we named on the back? Excellent. Finishing later? If you're giving it to me on Tuesday? Okay, because you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You guys are finishing and sending later. You sent it? No. It's late. It's not in my hand. It's too word. Are we finishing or bringing to? No, we're not going to. Okay, finishing or
And we're done? We did it! And we did really good. I'm proud of it. That was a long day.
And Dexter, I don't know what to like spell it or anything. You can't already say it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Like that.
And then like everyone has to try it.
Like that small piece.
Like make it
all right, well, see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
It's like when both of them get benefited. It's like when one of them goes, the other one should get benefited.
You can't see.
I was there for about like a
Dipsy, don't forget the lunchbox.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
I have a question for you when you're when it's not hectic.
Okay, I'm gonna go stay in the hallway and I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you gonna mind if I sit there?
Not at all. No one trips over the camera.
So Miss Stavely, because we missed the beginning, like my colleague said, after the first, we're gonna wait and see this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome. Thank you, dear. So this is a different class. So just letting you know, so this is the senior capstone for the BEMA students. Now that they switch on here. Hey.
So I gotta tell you, I love this question.
Thank you. I was senior class advisor last year. This was one of our fundraisers.
Nice.
One of our many.
Very cool.
Yep.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm tired. I have work after.
Where you working?
It's like a children's Goodwill, but it's a consignment store.
Where?
You know where Glory Days is? It's in that shopping center down by Home Depot.
I'm down at Home Depot. A couple furniture stores in there as well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I just
How long you been working there?
almost 5 months. I started in August.
Outstanding. So you getting ready to graduate high school? Exciting times.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about doing?
Something nursing. Don't exactly know what
Very cool.
just yet.
So I have the privilege and honor of being the principal over at Cat North, and we're building a new facility. So I've toured quite a few buildings. And Anne Arundel Community College nursing program, their new nursing building is phenomenal.
We went, my dad and I toured it, and that's where my mom went. Oh my god, it was crazy.
It is phenomenal. How are you? Great. Much nicer than Stevenson and a lot of other places that I've toured.
Definitely.
Yep, very cool. Good luck to you.
Thank you. So did you get my text? Okay. So she just wanted to find out, like during my visit. She said no rush, but I'm gonna ask Miss Stavely about the mission boxes, like where to get them for the semester.
How you doing today?
And then that way, if there was like I can get that set up. And then I'm gonna try to keep it out of the kids. Put it on something where it's not. I don't want to go in there. Ooh, this is more like somebody actually. Exactly. And then we're going to do and what I can do is, so every night we love and I work every night. Like I work every weekend, every week. And if I'm not there, I'll just have them put the donation box in the back. And when I'm there, I'm not sure we're doing exactly. Just someone put it in the back line if I'm not there to do it. And that way, you know, it's out of the way when we are not open and stuff like that. And I'm gonna figure out a way to move it out of the way.
Mason, today is my last day at my current job. Fully switched over. Yeah, we did. My last day at my current job, I'm fully switched over.
And then I stick them to the bottom of the and that way the box is inside. There's still a post.
Huh? Yeah. Love it!
I didn't yeah, but I gotta ask her about that survey.
Guys, guess what? What? No capstone presentation.
Thank you, Jesus.
So exciting, right? So exciting. So let me give you a little bit of explanation, which you are deserved, right? So Mr. O'Shaughnessy and I made a little bit of a pivot in our plans for everyone's mental health, okay? And I don't say that lightly. Everyone has been under a tremendous amount of stress. Our schedules have been up in the air with snow days, ice days, no snow days, but days off. We're not sure where we are, who we are, or what's happening, right? Levels of stress are escalating. You guys are doing college applications, college scholarships, getting recommendations from teachers. All of these things are just like building up like balls in our chests, right? So I sought him out this morning and just was like, and he was kind of like, and we're just like, okay, let's make the executive decision that the students will not be required to perform their oral presentations for round 2, okay? It does not negate any of the hard work that you've done up to this point. That will be honored and graded as such, but we're not going to require to put you under the stress of standing in front of the panel in order to present these in the traditional format, okay? So we have 3 options on how to still respect the hard work that you've done. And you get to choose which one of those options best fits your group's needs. Okay, option 1, leave your presentation as is because it says everything that you were going to say. It meets all the requirements and you feel really strongly about it. Okay? Option number 2, put anything that you were going to say into the notes box at the bottom. Like that would have been your oral presentation, but like it's scripted out for you. Instead of saying it, I'd be reading it, okay? And option number 3 is you can put yourself in a Google Meet with your group members. You can record what would be your presentation, but that gives you the option to like read your script rather than having to memorize, okay? So whichever one of those options best fits your group need without stressing you to the max, without tears, without upsettedness, that's what we're going for here, right? So if we still have integrity of the project, we're still respecting and honoring the hard work that you've done to be ready for today, tomorrow, or Monday, Tuesday, but kind of trying to alleviate the fact that you don't have to stand up in front of a group, you don't have to memorize, and we can kind of level our focus and our understanding, and we can just all take a deep breath for a moment, okay? If anyone is super broken up about this decision, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you today. Just call me over and we can talk about getting a time for you to actually present to everybody. If that is what you were, that's what made your heart beat a little faster, that's what we need to do, okay? So just make sure you can communicate that with me today, and I can set something up with Mr. O'Shaughnessy. Yes, dear?
When do we have to have the revisions done?
That's a great question. They have to be in by the 28th, which is next Friday. So that gives you today and next week to do any
Tweaking?
tweaking. Thank you. That's a great word for this. I don't know what's happening. I was just swirling my arms about, but you got it. A flip grid. I heard flip grid. Yes. Police?
Oh, I was going to say, we were supposed to define what healthy is in the
Right. And Cam, was the definition of healthy, did it have to be the same for everybody?
No, it could be like mental health, physical health, health.
Right. Mental, physical, spiritual, whatever that looked like for you. Sure. It's okay. Okay. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to release you to go about your business, either capstone or help. Okay? If you are doing the flip grid, please let me know, and I will give you the code for the flip grid. If you are doing your capstone recording and need a quiet space, because you're going to record instead of type, let me know and we'll set you up in a space. Questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. And go.
Because I had opened it, I went to grab it, and my hand's back. So I think I'll just do
Yes. So,
he's gonna work.
guys, Amy had a great point. You can either unsubmit what you turned in on Wednesday, or I don't know how to, right space makes my brain swirl, so I'm going to try my best to return it.
We just made a copy.
You made a copy of it, that's also, look at y'all. So I can return it to you. Return yours too? Return?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need me to return anything to you?
I'm gonna keep those right there, so I don't.
Say in the notes, so
So if you go on here,
At least I didn't
your show speaker notes, so you can type what you're going to say down there.
Yeah, as soon as I'm
Yes. Are we getting, so since we're not letting the chat, yes, you'll just bring that in.
and then I gotta print that one later.
So you don't even need to, you can use these for when you need. I have them now in PDF format.
If anything, I'll share with you the Sunday thing.
Yes.
And then the other thing was, my manager finally gave me the okay to put a donation box at work. I don't know where to get donation boxes.
So we can go to Lowe's, we can go to Home Depot, anywhere Target, they have those boxes that start flat and then we pop them up. Like you build them and then we put tape on the bottoms of them and then we put
Yeah,
one of these on the outside.
And I'm gonna laminate a set of these so I can hang them up. Because we have the plexiglass thing in between where we hang a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I can slap on there so even if someone else left it. So if someone doesn't see the box, they'll see the picture.
So what I suggest that you do is tell Mr. O'Shaughnessy and he'll buy them for you, the boxes. You can buy that through Beamer Funds.
I'll email him. It's all right. So, got that.
It's a bag, yeah.
I love how I went out with a fancy word of tweaking and I only got by saying slapping it on there.
And then on that joint code, the assignment is there for the questions that want
Very hard
Well, C is a medical car capstone project.
Yes, here.
Yeah. While we were open, 3 people
Amy and Lucy, you guys have made anywhere with your
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, what if like my manager?
I know if you go to Flipgrid,
I don't get good.
you go to Flipgrid and type that in, and it'll pop up on your assignment.
I'm going to get fired. Oh, cool.
Yes, here.
All right, so I have money.
That's fine.
Obviously, I don't need it anymore. Because I didn't think just like simple stuff. And I kind of kept it open in my mind, so like it was something on the blank type of Because the way that those excited about me is there was a lot more girls and like girls who just graduated, right? And stuff like that. So I mean,
I mean, 4 years in high school, it's always been somebody to be good to when we being like tall, we need pointers. Especially this year with senior year being so hard. I'm hoping to me. I think so.
what do you?
For anything, not just
Thank you all for sharing that.
I don't know, being it's stressless, stress free.
It's a great thing.
Why is that doing that? That's gonna love you.
Let's support it.
It's applicable. It's applicable. I was really about to